Or watching to Marvel's book, and in this episode I'm gonna talk about the need that every area, every type of work in the human society should go for. Every person that works a lot of time, that takes money, should get other people that are not doing the same thing some should add some value to the other individuals. For example, a marketer, a marketer should add value to the individuals that are not marketers. Like, for example, teaming up a marketer with programmer, with designer, and some and with accountant. And an accountant should go with the obeying the law, minimize the money that his client gives to the country, and a programmer should minimize the complexity of the software to the non-programmers. And there is actually an endless list of doings of things that every individual should go for, so to not become hypocritical and self-centered. Because when you center only on your core area and don't integrate with the other individuals, with the other areas of life, it is it is a moment when a pyramid rises, a Ponzi scheme, and crises appear when there is too much expansion, too much growth, too much greed, and too much money. When too much money go to some specific area that doesn't give back the equal or greater value to the individuals that give money to that area. For example, giving money to the construction builder is a little bit raises the balloon. It is no coincidence that 2008 there was a crisis for the real estate market, because the money that comes from the banks are out of nowhere. So the banks were giving money to any types of individuals that want to buy a house or apartment, and the bankers also packaged the same credits and gave financial services to the others, so to create to rise the greed of the individuals to attract more and more money, and actually not giving anything out. And the same thing could be viewed in, for example, Ponzi schemes, traditional Ponzi schemes, that one individual gets money and prices other, and force other to give money so he could give passive income to the other members. And once this is one trick, maybe, if money stops going to some area of life, it will not totally collapse. And with Ponzi schemes, they totally get collapsed. when money stops going in. And the trouble is that many of these balloons, many of these crises are packaged with a lot of human needs, like the food, like the real estate. Everybody needs a roof over their heads. And with cryptocurrencies, for example, there is, besides greed, there the marketers of cryptocurrency use the evolution of the software with the internet to promote like go digital, and all kind of stuff like e-commerce, use your monitor all your digital assets and so on. So maybe this is one of the reasons why a lot of pyramids still live today, because they are all packaged with some illusional goal. Like there is also a opinion that there is a student loans crisis in America, and many pyramid schemes actually offer some types of educational packages which are just the same, just an illusion, just some byproduct, so people could be tricked that they're self-developing. Yes, one could endlessly self-develop himself, but in the end, every individual could reach a point where he listens and gets the same principles that are embedded all over the place, and when once individual realizes them and stops giving money to the self-development gurus or all those types of marketers, the self-development will collapse, because it is illusional, and it only works because the masses are not aware of these tricks. This is the basis of marketing psychology, and this is how the human mind works. The human mind works by putting deep all the stuff that is not relevant to the current moment, and this is what marketers use by trying to manipulate everybody by packaging the same stuff all over and over again, and by mixing the same stuff with some basic needs like love. So let me just iterate the same idea with love. If somebody loves, if two individuals love each other, they cannot feed themselves only by love. Some of them will have to work at some time for someone else, so he could get food, or even if they live outside of the human matrix, one of them will need to plant and put in the ground the seeds, or grow food, or some animals, and will have to do some kind of work so they could be fed. And so this is the same. Love cannot be eaten, only if you are a human consumer, a human individual that eats other humans. But thankfully, there are very, very few cannibalists. So every work everybody does should be somehow mixed with other individuals, and every work should give other individuals that are not the same specialists, should add some value to the other individuals that are not with the same specialty. And that's it.